Okay, I think we're back. Like I said, it was only going to be a few minutes. So yeah, I think I'll de-stress by playing a lovely little game about a city full of graft and corruption and vice and being in the pocket of the mob and trying to run a terribly underfunded police department while getting out alive and with a hefty retirement fund. You know, easy stuff, right? Yeah, right. Oh, that's an interesting way to do a save game. So you start on the 15th of July, and my last day was... Okay, so that was the very beginning. So I got as far as day 8, and so far I've got 15, a little bit better than 15 grand. 15 grand and change. It sure as shit is not the, half mil that I'm shooting for, but... it's a start. City Treasury doles out 90 grand for Mayor's birthday. Right. Mysterious Robespierre announces political ambitions. 6 new restaurants to appear in city by year's end. Oh yeah, I had to do the psych test, didn't I? Because of the crazy asshole that shot the pregnant lady. Dr. Eleanora Waterby. Mr. Boyd, this is a very simple test. I'll show you a card with an abstract image. You just look at them and tell me what you see. A man taking a handful of tablets in the barn, 2 natives beating the drums, flying severed heads. I don't think any of these are great answers. I don't see 2 people beating drums there though. I don't know. No, I don't see 2 people. This is probably going to very negatively affect my end result, but fuck it, flying severed heads is way too funny. A man going back to his house, a butterfly, a man with a clock for a face. Yeah, I don't really get the man with a clock for a face. Man going back to his house. A woman decorating a Christmas tree, a dancing girl, a blue alien raping a pig. So something tells me the third option is always the crazy one. Let's go with honesty, I suppose. It looks kind of like a woman decorating a Christmas tree, to be honest. A man giving a woman a Christmas ornament, a tower on a hill, a baby with spider legs. I mean, it looks like a dude giving a woman a Christmas ornament, so... alright. The woman dropping the Christmas ornament, an automobile accident, a tree that's growing human lungs. How do you even get that? Where the fuck do you see the Okay, these are starting to seem oddly specific. Pieces of Christmas ornament all over the floor, an ice cream cone, marching hammers. Yeah, they seem to be leading to you towards telling this narrative. And why do I get the feeling it's got something to do with Boyd's psyche, like his story, his thing with his wife. Man yelling at the woman, a rook. You heard me. Rook. Man with the head of a rhinoceros. I mean, it's probably the man yelling at the woman, but fuck it. Let's shake things up by saying rhinoceros. woman slapping the man, an overturned truck, a huge hedgehog eating people instead of... a huge hedgehog eating people instead of apples. I suppose the impact of the slap kind of makes it look like a hedgehog. Okay, I like that answer so much I have to pick it, I'm sorry. Man pushing the woman, a key on a chain, an octopus playing the piano. Nah, it's... yeah, I guess I'll just have to go with that. The woman falling over with a Christmas tree, a pile of autumn leaves, a woman in a worm skin coat. Thank you for your time, Mr. Boyd. I will inform you about the test results in the coming days. Okay. I mean, that was a very leading test, if you ask me. Shea Broom re-elected as Freeburg General Attorney. Or Shea, I suppose it's pronounced. No black employees at City Hall. Mayor says accident. Major businessman ready to invest in the future of the city. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? I'm allowing this, but I'm probably going to be firing old Birch pretty soon. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Okay. Well, already we're short-staffed. As much as I hate to do it, I'm probably going to have to retire Stovall pretty soon, too. I mean, he's a good cop, but he's getting up there. Quoth the classic movie Lethal Weapon. He's getting too old for this shit. And seeing as how I'm going to be getting rid of him, maybe I should promote Bucarica. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, see, everyone else is fresh as daisies except for Birch and Stovall. Didn't I get a new one a while ago? Is this it? No, but I'll play it anyway. What horribleness is the new day going to give me? Quan Yin Lin turned out to be a member of a gang known as the Red Masks. He could help you take down the gang if you make an informant. Sure, why not? Gang hunt. There are a number of gangs in Freeburg, and that means there's bounties to collect. Some of the criminals you come across will be members of one gang or another. In exchange for immunity, they may be willing to give up their bosses. Okay, Ning He. Start to investigate. In this way, you can get your hooks into gang members higher and higher up the food chain and ultimately take down the boss. If you do arrest the boss, the gang will be finished and you'll get to claim a reward. There is also a reward for formally charging gang members. Whenever you arrest a gang member, you get a bonus, but your deal with that person is over. Don't settle for small fish. Use the small fish to catch the big fish. Wait, did he... Did I just up and arrest him? Okay. Feminist protest from City Hall. A few months ago, an unregistered feminist organization appeared in Freeburg. Today, they are holding their first protest. As far as we know, the organization is backed by foreign sponsors, and their goal is to get their people into important positions in City Hall. The protest may escalate into something more serious, and we need to show them who's in charge. Use batons and tear gas, even firearms if necessary. Let's show them what intimidation looks like up close and personal. Wait, so am I not given an option to, like, how I'm gonna handle this? Well, I'm for damn well sure not going to send in a SWAT team. That seems awfully excessive. Okay, how about we do this? We'll send in one of my more experienced officers. I'm not going to send in Bukarika. I'll send in Vandal. And I'll send in the 2 women I have on this shift. I don't know if the gender of the officers I put in there makes any difference, but... if it does, I don't think I want to be caught with my proverbial pants down, if you feel me. Oh wait, no, do I... oh wait, no, I have to send in 4 officers. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, young Birch Jr. will go. I have to send in SWAT too? Jesus Christ. So I don't have a choice. Yeah, you know what? Fuck this. No one's going in. Jack, you swore an oath to serve the city. If you can't keep your promises, we won't keep ours. Whoops. Whoops. Excuse me, I seem to be destroying everything right now. Okay, I don't have any open investigations. Whatever. Oh, hostage situation, eh? Johnson, Jurgen, and Katz. Didn't I already have a hostage situation or something here? A dissatisfied client entered some law offices with a pistol, took several employees hostage, and demanded a meeting with the firm's partners. These shyster Jews took me for a ride. They sucked up all my money, and my son still went to jail. Okay, let's send in Bukarika. And probably Anderson and Birch Jr. I don't know if I want to send anybody else. Proceed. Oh. Mafia assignment. Jack, we have something going down today at Rubinovich Casino at 12:40. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think $8 grand should be enough for such a request. Okay, I'll let that slide too, I guess. Eliminate the Red Mask Gang. Bao Liang gave several interviews in which she spoke about atrocities committed by the Red Mask Gang. She embellished a lot and distorted the facts. If you want to keep people from panicking, you'll need to take down the gang within the next 4 days. Oh, thanks a lot. It's always good to have a deadline. Mr. Boyd, your psyche is in good shape. My only concern is your stress level. My research shows that Beethoven's music soothes and relaxes the nervous system. I recommend you invest in a bit of good old Ludwig van. It will help with any violent urges you might be feeling. But I like my jazz music. And what do you think about the flying severed heads and the man with the rhinoceros head? Okay, what's going on in the police station? Johnny Yomoto, Deborah Proctor, Elisa Koenig, James Bury, or Bury. Look at the magnificent hair on that man. Jesus Christ. Got him on that. Hire him on that alone. Although Joshua Giuliano has a nice beard. I like how I'm openly defying City Hall, and I'm letting every mafia thing pass. Although if I eliminate the Red Mask Gang, I might do alright. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fire old Birch and hire on somebody else. I'm sorry, man, but you're out. You're out, and I think I'm going to take on Johnny Iwamoto, I guess. I mean, he seems like the best candidate. I'm going to want cops with high professionalism ratings. God damn it, what shift was that again? Shift A. Alright. I have to wait 5 days. I've got 1 day left. I asked for another job slot in detective last time, didn't I? Or did I ask for a raise? I don't know, we'll see. Alright. A young woman set fire to the movie theater during a show and fled. Well, let's put everybody on this, I guess. It's just as well. Beasley will be the lead investigator, and Moser and her will come along with. Excellent. Good job, folks. I'll make a proper cop out of Birch Jr. yet. Says me, the guy who turns a blind eye for that. Wait, is that the thing that he wanted me to? Quickly. Police station, backlog. Yeah, the Rubinovich Casino. What's going on, anyway? A dealer at the casino called the police after a man entered the place carrying a grenade. He threw a duffel bag onto the floor and demanded that it be filled with money. Yeah, okay, I'll let that one slide too. The next time Sans asks for something, though, I'm gonna have to do something about it. Thank you for doing what we asked. Here's the amount we agreed on. Offender escaped. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, yeah, definitely. The next time Sand asks me for a favor, I'm gonna have to turn the fucker down. Theater management. The incident occurred during the screening of the Jim Jarmusch film Stranger Than Paradise. The screen is ruined and members of the audience suffered minor injuries in the panic, but fortunately no one was seriously hurt. Mr. Cotel, usher. Jersey Cotel. I remember a girl with bright red hair. I sold her a ticket after the show started, although I usually don't do that. But she was really, really nice. I noticed a bottle in her hand, but I thought it was soda. I wouldn't think such a pretty young lady would come to the movies with anything hard. David McKay, theater visitor. I sat in the last row. A few minutes after the film started, I heard someone enter the room and slam the door. I was going to say something because I don't like it when someone distracts me from Jarmusch's vision. I saw a flash of fire and a flaming bottle flew straight at the screen. Mr. Kochi, Pavel Kochi, theater visitor. When the screen caught on fire, I thought it must be part of the show. You know what I heard? That Jim Jarmusch guy is from a nut house. Nevin Armstrong, theater visitor. When the fire started, I immediately started looking for a way out, and that's when I spotted her, the red-headed fool. She ran away quick. There wasn't time to do anything. So it's a red-haired woman, is what we're getting. Mr. Boyd, today we're installing a new slot machine called Super Magdalene 3. The last time we put in a new one of the bigger kids almost broke it the first day. It'd be great if you could send us a couple of your men to keep the kids under control. Sounds like a pretty cushy job. Let's send Birch and Samadhi. No need to go overboard. St. John's Hospital, again. Suspicious individual. A pregnant girl called in a report on a suspicious gynecologist who she met in reception. The doctor was behaving very strangely and attempted to persuade the girl to have an abortion, though she was already 5 months pregnant. Through streaming tears, she explained, the doctor said that for only 10 grand, he would save me from the parasite inside my body. Let's send Vandal and Grant on that one, I think. And also, I don't know much information about a lot of my cops yet. Everything went great, boss. In fact, it's been a while since we had that much fun. We beat the hell out of them playing Hellfighter. Disorderly conduct in the ghetto, in the ghetto. And his mama cried. Housewife Takara Montez often complains to the police about her neighbors. They're constantly making a racket and often getting into fights, always refusing to discuss things with her neighbors. She's called the police again today after hearing loud bangs in the apartment along with loud screams. According to her, about 6 or 7 people live there. I've only got 2 officers left on duty, so I'll just have to send Bukarika and Anderson and hope they can pull it off.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Doctor spots the police, grabs a scalpel, and boldly shouts, "Come on! I'll release your souls from this filthy world." So he's kind of giving off Victor Zsasz vibes here. Just attempt to restrain him, I guess. I mean, scalpels are bad, but they're not that big, right?
1210 complete.
There we go. I gotta stop giving Christopher Sand so much leeway. I mean, other than that, I like to think I'm doing a pretty good job. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jack, we're about to bring in a large shipment of alcohol, but we've heard that our new partners like to play tough. We need a couple of your guys for insurance. No, somebody ended up dead on the last job they pulled, so fuck them. The situation is more serious than we thought, requesting reinforcements. Well, Samadhi and Birch are back, so it's just well to put them in. True Color Hotel. Rape. Oh, hello. A call came in from a hotel occupant who was concerned about the cries of a woman in an adjoining room. Sounds to me like someone is being raped, said the frightened elderly woman. Why do I get the feeling they're probably just having really loud sex? I mean, if not, it's completely serious business. But I've only got 2 officers to spare right now anyway, but... I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I responded to a fraudulent call. Remember the kid who said he was kidnapped, but he was just being kept in the house until he ate his broccoli?
210 complete.
Oh, nice. Good work, team. Okay, well this just seems really easy. I mean, there's smoke billowing out the door, there she is buying her ticket, there she is hurling the thing. So... yeah, obviously, she got her ticket, she chucked the flaming bottle, and she ran like the dickens. Zoe Nosek, a student, about a month ago she unsuccessfully applied for an usher job at the Last Picture Show Theater. This is all because she couldn't get a job? Zoe Nosek is on permanent vacation. She spends most of her time in her parents' house. Oh god. I'm gonna have to wait on that until somebody comes back.
We've got a situation here.
Door to one of the rooms on the second floor is standing ajar, and through it can be seen a large man holding a crying girl by the neck. Oh no, this is serious. He's striking her in the face and shouting, "Shut up, you whore, I paid you, now keep quiet." Point a gun at the man? The girl managed to escape, but her pimp leaps for the man, and another fight breaks out. Try to separate them. The man shoves the pimp away and suddenly jumps out the window. Wait, what floor was this room? Oh no, I'm fuck it, let's go full action movie on this.
611 complete.
Excellent. Okay, come on, people get back. We've got an arsonist to deal with here. Oh shit, they're gone. Oh. Now I'm gonna have to deal with that afterwards then. There's nobody left to take the call. Well, I mean, there was nobody left to take the call at the time. I just wanted to spend more, but you were one of the best officers I had. You son of a bitch. You son of a... and you're a recent hire. I'm pretty sure he was a recent hire. Oh, I moved Stovall over to Shift B, didn't I? Yeah, I'm going to need to hire on more people for Shift A. They're severely short-staffed. Now the Stovall's moved over here, I got a number of people to work with. Mayor Rogers displeased with police department. Local resident denounces mayor for theft of antique necklaces. What? Mayor Rogers, I will bring order to the police station. Okay, the next thing City Hall asks for, I'm probably going to have to, if I may use a big word, acquiesce. God damn it, Stovall. Yeah, I'm afraid Stovall's probably going to have to get the sack, too. Okay, let's check on my affairs before I carry on. Okay, I can hire somebody else on, from the labor market at least. I'm gonna give Stovall another chance, but... if he, like, gets too broke up or just simply does not come in on me again, then he's getting the boot. For now, I'm gonna hire on Deborah Proctor. Wait, what? Which one am I gonna hire her on for? Wait, why is Iwamoto so tired? Like, I only just hired him now. Is he an alcoholic? Is that what's going on? Well, whatever, I'm gonna hire Proctor on for shift B. Let's see if I can get a raise. Why not? I mean, they don't like me right now, but I can do better, I swear. Okay, let's deal with this, and let's send in... I mean, she can't be that hard to deal with, right? Yeah, let's send in Yancey and... Yancey! Tsubaki. Yeah, let's send those. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that until the yeah, I gotta wait till the lead detectives, I gotta wait for the lead detectives to come on shift. Fuck that then. I'll have to wait. Take care of the hero. Kintsubaki is today a hero, having pulled a drowning Senator Wallace Green from the river. The municipality, on the senator's recommendation, has decided to reward this outstanding officer. The ceremony is scheduled for July 27th, and the event will be open to the press, as well as Mr. Green's family, who wish to personally thank the police. Make sure nothing unusual happens to this officer, so she will be able to attend the ceremony and receive her medal without complications. Okay. Okay, so we gotta make sure that she's healthy and fine until that date. Sometimes your officers will arrest only one or two criminals, but when you're taking down a whole group, it's better to bring a paddy wagon. A truly professional staff can cope without the need for special transport, but most officers prefer a paddy wagon when the situation calls for it. Too bad the department doesn't have the money for one. Because why should we have the materials required, huh? An ice cream van struck a schoolboy. The ambulance arrived quickly, but the boy was declared dead on the scene. Oh. Nearby residents are enraged and demand justice from the driver of the van. He's currently holed up inside the ambulance, while the paramedics try to reason with the crowd. The situation is quickly spiraling out of control. And I've got no paddy wagon. I've only got one officer I can send in. Well, Purdy's pretty professional, and she learned those fighting moves there last time round, so I'm sure she can handle it. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. This is not going to be a terrible idea at all. Oh, maybe I should have started this yesterday, but okay. Receiving stolen property. Wise Dragon Restaurant. Ning He hid the stolen antique necklace. Wait, is this the same shit that the mayor was blamed for? Because if it is... I'll send Mole in on that. And maybe Sandstrom. I don't want to send everybody in. I'm going to want to leave one detective on reserve in case something else pops up. But I want to take this gang down. Some black gangster hit one of our shops. Is it too much? It's too much for us to deal with right now. Can you help? No, fuck you. Okay, that's that. I can't do that yet.
I was trying to raise 10-1, Sergeant.
Situation is more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. Oh God. Alright, we'll send in Kochi. And we'll give Truve his trial by fire here. I don't want to risk Tsubaki for something like this. So let's send in Austin instead. Alright. The fact it was an ice cream truck of all fucking things that hit the kid. Jack, we have something going down today at courthouse at 18:30. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think $6,000 should be enough for such a request. I refused his last two missions, so I'll let him go with this one. Ning He is the faithful assistant of Jin Yang, a founding member of the gang. He's entrusted with the most serious jobs. Ning He keeps his more valuable prizes at home while he arranges their sale. He then brings them to the Wise Dragon restaurant on the day before he's planning to make the deal. Gang must have had an immediate buyer for the necklace, so Ning He brought it to the restaurant the same night it was stolen. Usually the restaurant is open around the clock, but it was closed that night before because an important deal was going down. Ning He has a key to the restaurant. Valuables are kept in a safe under the bar. Okay.
213 in progress.
An elderly man called the police station reporting that terrible screams have been coming from the sawmill for over an hour. What the hell's going on? What's a guy got to do to get a little sleep around here? You better go check it out. I know I should send 4, but I'll probably send Yancey and Asano.
410A complete.
Finner caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Excellent. Excellent. Mr. Boyd, I manage a large fleet of vehicles and I wanted to organize a workshop for my new drivers. They have to learn how to behave on the road. So your patrolmen will never even need to look twice at our cars. Please send 3 of your best officers. They'll ride all day with my people and explain the intricacies of traffic flow and police monitoring. I've heard about the problems your department faces, particularly your obsolete fleet of police vehicles, so in return I'll be happy to... Oh, God damn it! Okay, please people get back before... I need that paddy wagon. It seems like a nice cushy job for Tsubaki to take. So I'll send her along. And probably Purdy and Truve. There.
Officer on scene.
Sawmill is surrounded by a 9-foot fence, and the gates are locked from the inside. Shouts can be heard from within. I get the distinct feeling this mightn't be anything overly. Let's just knock. A man is threatening a young boy with a circular saw. The man is screaming hysterically. Raise a gun at the man and order him to release the boy.
910 in progress.
What? Oh. Oh. God damn it. Okay, now I'm getting casualties. Not in my force, thankfully, but still bad enough. An emergency call was received from an all-night drugstore. An addict is attempting to gain unlawful entry. He violently threatened a female pharmacist, demanding she open the cabinets. I've only got 2 people to work with at the moment, so hopefully they can handle the situation. Chief, we rode along and went over all the basics with our empty-headed drivers. We're done for the day. Meanwhile, Mr. Sand dropped off a brand new paddy wagon. It's a nice piece of equipment, too. Good for the idiots we'll be packing inside. They're off for the day, sadly. Oh, what? Oh, okay. I spoke too soon about casualties. Oh, poor Austin. Well, it's time to replace him or her. It's kind of hard to tell from the portrait, you know. No, I can't actually replace them yet, though. I'm going to have to wait until the next day, I suppose. During sentencing, a serial killer by the name of Albert Ramirez seized a gun from the holster of the court bailiff, and after shooting several witnesses, barricaded himself inside the courtroom. A young stenographer has been taken hostage. Okay, guaranteed this is the thing that Sand wanted me to ignore, but I can't ignore that shit. I'm gonna wait until Kochi comes back, and I'm gonna send all three of them plus SWAT. That shit's not gonna fly, I'm sorry. Kochi, Yancey, Asano, and SWAT. Oh, god damn it. Emergency medical services arrived on call for a man complaining of chest pains. While they were treating him, the man suddenly attacked one of the EMTs, shouting wildly about the global pharmaceutical conspiracy. Personnel managed to escape and called the police. Well, obviously I'm going to fail that one because I don't have any officers left. Hopefully taking out a serial killer is going to give me some bonus points. I don't have any reinforcements. I got nobody. Oh, damn. Offender escaped. Civilian killed. Offender caught. Yancey and Asano are dead. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jack, we don't know why you did it, but we hope you had a good reason. Don't forget who your friends are. We don't want any more trouble. I did bad. I should have ignored that call. I've lost 3 good officers. Shift B has been decimated. Jesus Christ. 3 new frames. Hopefully I can handle this. Okay, presumably that's the next one. Then that, then that. Wait, so Kochi is the only person I've got on shift. Everyone else is either off or dead. Oh wait, did I just do bad? I did do bad. God damn it. Proceed. Investigations. Details. Okay, hopefully that's the right, Oh, thank God that day is over. Jesus Christ. It was one rough fucking day. Each of your employees receives a weekly salary, the ones who are still alive anyway. But if you bury the paperwork, you can pull in some money from any deceased officers' salaries, so long as they are alive and healthy on paper. City Hall will keep printing perfectly healthy paychecks. I can't do that. That's just fucking icky beyond belief. Oh my freaking god. I've only got 4 people left. 4 response officers. I need to hire more people for that. All City Hall employees awarded company calls for personal use. Small drug dealers invade Freeburg. Freeburg to host semifinals of Youth Hockey League? Let's go for another day on the job, see how many people I can get killed this time. Last few months I've been taking antidepressants 3 times a day, but today I ran on my prescription. The pharmacy said that they're getting more in tomorrow, but I'm afraid without the pills I'm not going to be much good. Mine keeps digging up all kinds of disturbing thoughts. Can I go home? Yeah, that mightn't be a bad idea. Today is a great day. It's the day of my daughter's wedding. No way I can miss the ceremony. Can I take some time off? I just hired you. But he's tired as fuck, and if it is his daughter's wedding, fine. But, yes. Oh god. Or at least Stovall's back. That's something. Please be advised that we're unhappy with the efficiency of the Freeburg PD. We're cutting the... God. I lose a job slot. I'm gonna have to fire someone. I'm short-staffed as it is, for God's sake. What am I going to get rid of? I mean, I don't want to get rid of anybody on Shift B. I think it might be a toss-up between either Iwamoto or Stovall. Screw it. Iwamoto's going to be cut. God damn it. Alright, let's deal with this shit. Let's send Van Dahl and Birch Jr. Maybe I have this in the wrong sequence. I know, because it could be like he's closing the safe, locking it, and then walking away. Or it could be he's unlocking this... I mean, presumably this should be the next one in the sequence, because the safe is probably over there. Yeah, because he's walking towards the bar. Right? That's what that is? That's the bar? Yeah, so he's walking towards the bar. He's putting something in the safe, supposedly locking the door, and then leaving again, I think. before I answer that call. I got a lot of slots to fill. Pretty much all of them are going to go into Shift B because they are severely understaffed right now. Okay, let's send in Brandy Bailey. Wait, I did say Shift B, right? Yeah, I did. Alright. Brandy Bailey for Shift B. Jim Kendall for Shift B. And Michael G. Scott for Shift B. Alright. Bill Buckler reports that two unidentified men snuck onto his farm and set fire to the barn. As the call came in, the two criminals were attempting to gain entry into the house. Send in Bukarika and Anderson and Samadhi. I don't want to take any chances with the shit anymore, goddamn. So much blood on my hands. Fender cut. That's it. Okay, we're fine. Good job.
911 in
Everyday
progress.
Mall. Drug addict attempted to hide an expensive bottle of liquor under his jacket. When he was caught, he began to throw a fit. Send in Stovall and Grant. Just as well. Birch and Van Dahl should be in soon.
Looks like we have a situation here.
There are no signs of the criminals near the house. The front door has been broken down, and shadows lurk inside. Shadows. Go to the back door.
811 complete.
So, I'm assuming the farmer is fine? One of our new guys tried to rape our accountant. We locked him up in a hotel room, but he's threatening to hand the whole organization over to the police. I think it's time he talks to a police officer face to face. I'll grant him this one. I'll send him Birch.
911.
Let him get his hands dirty. Something tells me pissing off Sand is not going to be a great idea. We have something going down today at Cindy Center at 1839. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 1,000 should be enough for such a request. Yeah, I'm going to have to let this slide too. I just don't want to piss him off. Wait, the guy who hired me to show his drivers the rules of the road was also a Sand. Is he related to this asshole somehow? Must be. Woman reports that she saw a skinhead attacking a dark-skinned valet, striking him around the legs, yelling, "I'll beat you till you're dead, freak." No shit, I'm gonna do it. She believes she saw a pistol sticking out of the skinhead's belt. Okay, this looks like some serious shit, so I don't know if I'll send in the full 4. No, fuck it, let's send in the full 4. Van Dahl, Anderson, Grant, and Samadhi. Stovall and Bukarika should hopefully be able to handle anything else that pops up. Okay, let's send in Bukarika and Birch then. What is going on? Attempted murder. A man in an expensive suit is lying in the street. It seems he's been shot, but no one saw who shot him or from where. Man is still alive, and an ambulance is on the way. Well, that's the thing he was talking about, so I'm gonna have to let it go. Thank you for doing as we asked. Here's the amount we agreed on. Offender caught. Officers unharmed. Civilian unharmed. Except for the beating he's already taken, no doubt.
910 in progress.
Officer escaped. Civilian killed. Eight-year-old Kevin is at home alone, hiding under the bed. Unknown persons are gathered outside the apartment door. Doesn't he have an array of paint cans and other severely deadly traps set up to deal with this? Does he really need us? I might just send Stovall. If nobody else comes back in time, I'll send him on his own. I might end up dropping Stovall, though, so I don't know if I want to waste him on it. Okay. Yeah, let's send Anderson and Samadhi. Oops. Situation is more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. Let's send in Van Dahl and Birch Jr. Just, why not? So what you're telling me is it's not Marv and... who was the other guy? I can't remember. Home Alone. It's been a while since I've watched that movie. Kevin saw like traps are no longer working, eh? Oh, very good. Alright, and that's the end of that day. I'll probably do a couple more before I leave off. Man, Stovall is one tired old man. Anderson's getting there too. Well, except for, you know, she's a woman. But holy shit, Scott's pretty high ranking. And so's Proctor, for that matter. Not very professional, though. Do you really need to poop?
In my new role as corrupt official, I had to give up some of my favorite habits. I couldn't turn off my phone when my head ached. Couldn't sleep till noon on Saturday, and let the rest of HQ take up the slack. No more days off to go fishing. But my weekly visit to the old Colony Club was more like tradition. One night a week, I absorbed cigar smoke, the vague smell of alcohol, the stench of urine, all mixed with toxic levels of old drunken belches. Same picture it was 30 years ago. Tradition's gotta be honored. And to stay faithful to the tradition, you've got to respect the standard rituals. When you're about to roll out of the club, you need to take a deep breath and count to 100. If your stomach doesn't do a backflip, you should be good to make it home. This time, I only got up to 60. I was interrupted.
Why? You look even better than you do on TV.
There's nothing more impolite than approaching people in the alley at the old Colony. This is the most private place in the city. All who enter here dirty their shoes with the most elite stream of vomit in Freeburg. This asphalt has been blessed by judges, lawyers, artists, businessmen, and all our politicians. Takes a lot of balls to crash the party. My head was a drunken haze, but I knew who he was. A cartoon gangster suit straight out of Dick Tracy. Fancy voice, fruit cologne, sassy strut. That's how the newspapers described Vikas Varga, rising star in Freeburg's criminal underworld. He appeared out of nowhere, and with the support of the local punks, Varga broke all the old rules of organized crime. He killed those who could not be killed, traded what could not be traded, and robbed those who could not be robbed. In just a single month, this man had gathered an incredible amount of power. He's been called everything from a clown to a madman to a criminal genius, and more often than not, he's called a low-class upstart short on ideas. But if Vargas was one of the old crime bosses, he'd have been cut into pieces and fed to the river. Look past this guy's arrogance, and there's something about him. The city is still deciding what to do with him. Meanwhile, he's burning down the houses of old city mobsters. Not the best time to talk, Mr. Varga.
Ma, you know my name. I'm flattered, although not very surprised, to be honest. I might be a little short on manners. Like they say in your fair city, with the right manners, you can go anywhere. Well, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to stay right here.
Even the criminal world needs manners, Mr. Varga. And one of them is this. Don't interfere with a drunken cop who's trying to take a shit and puke at the same time.
But dude, your
you
pants!
Exaggerate. But is Freeburg always so gentle with its officers? You've been a bit roughed up lately.
I see you already know Freeburg quite well, Mr. Varga.
Well, I love to learn and look around. But I do know that the inhabitants of this fair city should be friends, Jack. Maybe it's true I don't have the best manners. After all, it's only polite for friends to share their phone numbers.
So, is this another guy I'm gonna have to be working for now?
So fast. I feel like I'm hooked on amphetamines all over again. You wake up in the morning full of ideas, and by nightfall, you've all had each other killed. So don't wait too long to call. I don't mind if you're drunk. It's all the more fun. I'll be stoned myself, most likely. Hell, I'm a little stoned right now. It's the only way to live in this place. I like your city, Jack. I'm here to stay.
If it weren't for the phone number written on my arm, I probably wouldn't have remembered the conversation in the morning. But there was no reason to worry. I'd be getting a reminder soon.
For some reason, I get the feeling that Varga might be the same dude as this Robespierre guy, but maybe I'm wrong. Orthodox priest bribe mayor, students volunteer to help farmers, Greek priest to be appointed head of Freeburg Orthodox Church. But yeah, Robespierre and Varga might be the same man. I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to, like, attack, like, do a two-pronged attack or something. Trying to wedge his way into the city. And you gotta wonder, was Jack getting blind drunk because he lost 3 officers recently? Maybe. That's probably the reason why I'd be drinking. Yes, that's
my morning
a lovely
ritual
dish
was
detergent.
plagued by the smell of Vikas Varga's fruity cologne. It was like the sharp citrus scent was chasing me around the house, as if Vikas was right there in my living room.
And he was.
When I finally realized the smell was
Probably
coming
not.
from a big basket of oranges, it didn't put me any more at ease. I'd opened my door to lots of threatening mail, evidence of criminal wrongdoing, even a dead ferret or two. But fruit? Never.
Why the ferret?
You the fruit guy?
Excuse me?
Was it you that brought the basket of oranges?
Nah, it was here when I arrived.
Fine. So who are you?
Today, I'm your driver.
And where are we driving?
To work.
That's it?
Yeah, we have to make an important stop along the way.
Where?
The ranch.
What ranch?
Just the ranch.
Fine.
Yeah, this
The
probably
morning
isn't gonna
seemed
go well.
surreal, and I took in the magic. Why wreck it with meaningless chatter? As my tight-lipped chauffeur drove an hour through God knows where, I started to feel like I was in the middle of a bad dream, probably lying bloody and concussed in the alley behind the old Colony Club, my nose buried in a rotten orange peel.
Explains the smell.
But no, this was no dream. The silence was real. The sound of the engine was real. The dust was real enough, too. And there was the ranch over the horizon. It all seemed familiar. The Sand family's overbearing mansion has been the talk of the headlines for decades, but few have managed to get closer than a few miles. I guess I'm just lucky.
No doubt this is about my conversation with Virgo, I guess. Only thing I can think of right now. Or maybe I've just pissed him off too much. Ostentatious. Charming. Nice boat.
I
Great
didn't know
boat.
you took private meetings, Mr. Sand.
Only if I expect good company.
I'm surprised my company ranks at all.
Today, yes. Today is a special day.
So it seems.
Do you often go to the old Colony Club, Jack?
Every week.
Meet any interesting people there?
As a rule, no.
Sometimes you make a date, right? Sometimes make new friends.
Sometimes, I guess. But that's not why I go.
And why?
I consider it a hobby.
A hobby. Do you know anything about my hobbies?
Well, judging by the half-dozen animal skins I stepped on walking over here, it's not much of a reach to say you like hunting.
Love it. Well, I say that now. It seemed so tedious when I was a child. Took ever so long. But now I'm older. I've developed a new talent.
What talent is that?
Patience. The will to wait for the right moment. Let's say you want a deer. You know, you deserve it. You've even decided what dishes its meat will go to and where you'll mount its horns. But to get that deer, you've got to wait. To sit in the bushes and stay nice and quiet. Professional hunters will tell you that the hunt is a rare craft. There are many rules. It's shrouded in mystery and ancient skill. Well, that's all complete nonsense. To get a deer, you just sit on the sidelines for a long enough time, pinpoint the moment when it's finally time to shoot. I learned the talent, Jack. But not like you, oh, Jack. You truly are the master.
I don't understand.
Quite the metaphor.
Come on, Jack. I know about the 500,000. I know your plan. Kendrick told me everything. Needless to say, I'm impressed. While some people learn to hold their breath for minutes on end and not to rustle the leaves too loudly, why you decided to just become the foliage. You turned yourself into a bush, surrounded by deer who've been so fruitfully multiplying for decades. But all this time you've held your rifle at the ready. Forgive an old man his imagery, Jack. I've the heart of a poet, I confess.
Look, I don't know.
And the
what was
liver
said
of a
between
drunkard,
you and Kendrick.
judging by the glass in his
Sounds like
hand.
you got it wrong.
Oh, I think I understand everything just fine. And I think we understand each other quite well. Jack, in the coming war, we'll make excellent partners.
What war?
One war falls upon every generation. My grandfather drove out the Ambersons back when he was 27. My father destroyed that psychopath gangster, Maurice Bell, when he was a sprightly 30. At 69, I'd begun to think my war had passed me over. But my time has come at last. Tomorrow, Vickis Varga declares war, and I'm obliged to answer.
So, we're talking about Varga now.
I don't know how he thinks. I don't even know whether he plans his actions or not. I can't divine his purpose. Hell, I don't even know where he comes from. He's a man not of our breed, wouldn't you say? But when he arrived here, I invited him in, told him we could work together. An official invitation penned in my own hand and written on some very expensive paper. And can you imagine his reply? A fruit basket. What sense can be made of such a message?
You need more vitamin
I
C.
guess it means whatever you want it to.
Precisely.
He doesn't want you to
I'm
get
late for
scurvy.
work, Mr.
I mean, come
Sand.
on.
You know, Jack, I could just give you $500,000 right now. Cash, whatever denominations you like. But I would never insult you so. If I went stalking my prey for so many years, I wouldn't want someone else to shoot it for me. I understand you, Jack. And I'll never ask you for anything that's contrary to your nature. Just think about our conversation. Think about it. And call me.
I'm just going to leave you alone here now. With my goons. I'll readily admit, I have no idea what the hell's going on. Like, what is Jack's plan with $500,000? It does seem like an oddly specific number. But... And
Like I said, it's a whole new life, and I've had to give up some old habits. One of them, keeping away from things that don't concern me. Now I can't afford the luxury. This spotlight I'm under, concerns is all I got.
it's a nice doodle. Oh, and I have to decide right now. That just makes this so much better. I don't know. I mean, Christopher Sand seems like he could make my day horrible if I gamble on him, and he does seem to know something about Jack. But, I mean, hell, the man gave me oranges. Sand has given me hardly anything but grief. And, well, money for said grief, but still grief. So you know what? Let's play the wild card. Because who doesn't love a good basket of oranges?
Tell him it's Boyd.
Okay, now what? I've got some terrible heartburn this morning. Might be better if I go home and lie down. I'm sorry, but you're in the middle of an investigation. A big one. I can't let that happen. Wait, wasn't there another guy in the detective slot? That's strange. Let's go with a little bit of classic here right now. And 1200. Tomorrow's gonna be the day. Don't let anything happen to him until then. That's a him? I thought Tsubaki was a woman. Tomorrow's the deadline. Oh god, how's that investigation going? Like, am I just putting the frames back in the wrong order? What's happening? Well, I'm probably going to miss the deadline to take these assholes out now, obviously. Yeah, that's the only thing I can see, though. It's like, you know, he's heading towards the bar. And then there's the safe. Okay, maybe it is they're actually unlocking the safe and then opening it and then walking away. That's all I can figure, man. That's all I got. What we got going on in affairs? I don't have any job slots open. Stovall is still tired as fuck. Wilson Walmsley. Eric Banner, in relation to Bruce. I guess we just wait and see what crops up.
311B in progress.
King Louis nightclub. Massive fight. Received a call from the club manager who said the brawl broke out in the main hall involving over 20 men. Security are keeping back because some of the combatants are carrying knives. Several wounded are already lying on the dance floor, but no one knows why the mayhem broke out. Well, let's send Kochi because she's professional and got a pip. And let's send in Scott and Proctor too while I'm at it. And we'll also send in Truve, and we'll send in the Paddy Wagon, though we'll hold everybody else in reserve. This seems like a big deal, so I'm going to want to treat it as such. Of course, it just occurred to me, I just sent all my commanding officers out into the one call. That's some poor personnel management right there. Jesus Christ. We need requesting reinforcements. Buddy, I guess I'll send you Purdy, Bailey, and Kendall. I don't really want to risk Tsubaki right now. Oh god damn it, there's an assault going on. Two teens walking their dog got into an argument and eventually one of them unleashed the dog on the other. The police were called by a girl who was riding her bicycle nearby. That doesn't seem too serious. Tsubaki should be able to handle that on her own, I hope. Watch now, she gets killed by the fucking dog. And she was 1 day away from her award. A nice variation on the retirement trope.
311 Cortez in progress.
And now there's a homicide.
We've got a situation here.
A boy is struggling on the ground, barely holding off an angry dog that's trying to grab him by the throat. Pull on the dog's collar. Dog lets the boy escape and the owner starts to flee. Borrow the girl's bicycle.
412A.
That was stupid. That was stupid. Offender caught. Okay, that's good. Hopefully somebody gets back in time to deal with the homicide in the church. Come on. Come on. There we go. Parishioner Maria Serpentine reported the sounds of gunshots inside the church. Serpentine. Maria Serpentine. That's a fucking amazing name. That's a supervillain name. A bearded man in a hat entered the confessional, and then a minute later I heard a few gunshots. Then the man calmly left the booth, took off his hat, and crossed himself. Sat down on a pew. I think he's praying. Okay, let's send in Scott and Bailey and Kochi and Truve. It's a single man, so I don't think I need SWAT for this.
in progress.
Attempted murder. Linda Howard, her words slurred, said the dentist paralyzed her face during her latest visit. The monster stuck me with some kind of poison. Arrest him. But it's probably just Novocaine. Alright, we'll send in Purdy and Proctor. I sincerely doubt that it's actual attempted murder. Unless, of course, you know, she's trying to murder him. That seems likely.
Floor testing complete.
Loot found, non-automatic weapon. Officers found non-automatic weapon at the crime scene. What do you want them to do with it? Let's ask the Mafia to sell it. Why not? I mean, it's only a single.
Floor 10A complete.
False alarm, the girl was injected with normal painkillers. Surprise. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
1011B in progress.
Terrorism. An ice cream vendor noticed a suspicious black bag which has been lying unsupervised on a bench for the past few hours. Why do I get the feeling this is going to be a false alarm? I will send in SWAT just in case. And we'll send in Proctor, Kendall, Truve. Hopefully that's enough. I'm probably going to regret that. Hopefully they've got somebody in the bomb disposal unit with SWAT. Providing this isn't a false alarm, and I strongly suspect it is. Dude breaking in. Okay, he's entrusted with the most serious jobs. Valuable prizes, a home already. Then he brings him to the Wise Dragon the day before he's planning to make the deal. He brought it to the restaurant the same night it was stolen. It was closed that night because of an important deal was going down. And he has a key to the restaurant. Valuables are kept in the safe under the bar. Oh, I see. Now I know what's going on here. So Ninghe has a key to the restaurant. Meaning, this frame right here, that's bullshit. Also, that means the frame up here is not a safe, as I originally thought, but it's actually the door, meaning that should be the first one in the sequence. So we'll put that one back, and we'll put this one back. Bam. Keys in the door. And he's walking to the bar. There we go. Chinese immigrant, hasn't officially worked anywhere in the past. Sorry, they couldn't let me.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation.
Something moving inside the bag. Shoot the bag until it stops moving. Open the bag.
1011B complete.
Offender caught. Officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. What the fuck was it? Arrest the suspects. A year ago, Ning became the owner of the house. The home was listed as a gift on his tax return. Can I wait for SWAT to come back? Do I have time to do that? Or am I getting too late? As soon as... God damn it. Okay, maybe not. Well, there was no way I was going to have enough time to finish off the Red Mask gang anyway, so... Anyway, I think I'll do one more day, and that'll be enough. Francis Kendrick won't succeed Jack Boyd. Secede. Yeah, that's because he's gone. City administration to finance dance festival, and corn monument to be demolished by Somerset. City Hall's gonna hate me. I drank too much. I don't think I'm gonna hold it together today. Can I go home? Yes. Guaranteed I'm gonna end up firing you. Christ, this shift is short-handed enough as it is. Actually, no, the other shift was short-handed. Still. Freeburg's first mafia war in decades has spread chaos across the streets. Major criminal gangs vie for power, and the outcome of the struggle is impossible to predict. One thing is certain, a couple of weeks from now, only one family will rule the city. She's not on the case, though. This woman was an honest servant of the city. Today she was buried with military honors. Okay, yeah, she was. Yeah. Buck Yancey. Okay, at least that one worked. That did not. Well, at least they balance out, I guess. A passerby rang the police when he saw a naked man running through the streets, pursued by a woman carrying a large kitchen knife. The woman was shouting, "I'll gut you, you fucking faggot." Okay! What's going on there, then? Okay, let's send in Vandal and Birch Jr. and Samadhi. Hopefully that'll be enough. Let's check out affairs. Political views seems to have alcohol problems. I like the guy, though. I think I'm still gonna give him one more chance. Sure, he drinks too much, but don't we all? Vargas stirred up some punks and they went and attacked one of the family right in the barber shop. We've already sent our own men, but we don't know how many scumbags we're up against. You can come join the party, but don't get in our way. Hey man, if you don't want me in your way, I ain't even gonna bother. Excellent. Hit and run in the city center. Unknown vehicle struck the librarian Klimek Kalinowski at a pedestrian crossing and drove off. The victim was found dead on the scene. Let's give Moser a lead on this one and have her join in. I'll leave Beasley off to the side. This one seems a bit simpler, so maybe I'll boost their professionalism on it. Alright. Matt Paul, witness. This dark-colored car comes tearing around the corner, hopped the curb, and kept on going. Knocked the man over. Didn't even slow down. Miss Alvarez. No, Mr. Alvarez. Pardon me. Jerome Alvarez. Not long before the crash, I kicked a couple of drunks out of the bar. They were having a fight with some of my regulars. Anna Kalinowski, victim's daughter. A few days ago, Dad had a fight at work with a couple of young people who were causing a ruckus at the library. The whole thing almost came to blows. They threatened him before they left. Eugene Hopkins, I saw two people in the car. They went right by me. The man in the passenger seat had a beard. Klimek thought he was being followed. He said he saw the guy everywhere. Said it looked like someone had some problem with him at the library. Mr. Sands' nephew looked out his window and saw some of Varga's men smashing one of his cars. Looks like someone needs to go remind them that kind of behavior is illegal. I'll throw him a bone for this one, but only send Burt Jr. A massacre at Eddie's Burgers. The girl entered Eddie's Burgers, ordered a Diet Coke, and started shooting at the other customers with a handgun. The cashier called the police, and in the background there were gunshots and screams. Meanwhile, the crazed young woman is shouting, "I hate fat people." Oh, this is obviously serious shit, so let's send in Bukarika, Vandal, Anderson, and Grant, and SWAT. I can't send in everybody. Not yet, anyway. They get out there, they might need more help. Oh my god. She killed 3 officers. 3! And I even sent the SWAT team. Oh, man. Jesus H. Murphy. Mr. Varga gave us a new sports car, so we're going for a joyride now. Suddenly, out of the blue, we're getting chased by a damned helicopter. They're shooting at us. This isn't going to be pretty. Fuck it, you two assholes, go deal with this. So I just lost 3 officers. Laram came in from an armored truck. Armed men have blocked the street, shot out the armored truck's tires, and are trying to seize bags of money. I honestly don't think there's anything I can do about that. I'm not sending Bukarika out to die on that. There's just way too many. Oh my. No, I can't do it. I can't. I don't have the manpower to deal with that right now. That's the breaks, man. Night watchman during his rounds followed some noises, discovered several homeless people fighting over a bundle that was lying on the ground. Let's send you 2 guys out. Some of Sand's men have us pinned down in the alley. They're aiming to maim. Mr. Vargas said we can go to you for help. Well, I'm sorry, but some lunatic just killed 3 of my officers in a fast food joint, so I don't exactly have the manpower to help you right now. 3 new frames. Okay, 2 of them getting in the car. Just blood on the front of the car, so obviously they haven't hit him yet. 2 of them hitting him. It's the best I got for now. I don't have enough frames for it. Maybe I should have put all my detectives on the case.
I was trying to raise TN1, Sergeant Hotspot.
You're kidding me. Well, I'm sorry, Verga. I've got an actual situation to deal with, so you're on your fucking own. Things got really difficult really quickly. Finally, something good came out of the day. Martinstead. Jack Sand has had decades to strengthen his position in the city, but that doesn't mean his grip can't be broken. Take care of the Vergas ahead on points after 2 weeks in the war, and successfully carry out at least half of his jobs. And one more thing, just so Sand doesn't start suspecting you betrayed him, don't let Verga get too long on points. If Sand is out of the lead for 3 days in a row, it'll cost you your life. Well, they're dead even for now, so okay. I don't have it in me to, like, swipe these people's salary. Oh, man. City crime rate increased by 31%. Freeburg farmers report record harvest. Mayor's nephew expresses desire to become FPD chief. Oh, no comment on the fact that I've lost half a dozen officers in 2 days. Well, no, I think it's 3 days. But still! That's 6 officers too many. On that horrifically depressing note, I think I'm going to stop for the night. Holy shit. And I thought I was going to play this to, like, de-stress and, you know, wind down from getting slaughtered by giant freakish monstrosity in the Resident Evil demo. But no! No, apparently this is even worse. Well, in its ways. Hopefully things improve. And I mean, if nothing else, then I'm still effectively playing both sides in the mob war. Let's see how long I can keep that going. So I think that is going to be quite enough of, it's going to be quite enough of This Is the Police for the night. So, anyway, as always, I have to thank you for coming by to watch, anyone who did. Next time I stream, I'm thinking I might, well, I've got a couple of ideas in mind, like I'm going to carry on with a few of the other games I've already started, but I've also got an older classic, oh, well, classic in my mind anyway, that I'm thinking about doing if I can pull it off, so I'm going to be purposefully vague on that right now. Hopefully I'll be able to find it and get it to work. Until then, though, as always, I thank you very, very much for coming by and watching me deal with X amount of tragedy and horror, apparently. And I hopefully see you all next time. So, until then, good night and goodbye.